Hi everyone, it's Owen here again at for Cambridge Photography Week. As you can see, we're at Campkins again. Delighted to bring Danny back to have a chat from hähnel. As we discovered last time, hähnel does its own range of products, but it also distributes in other items. We looked at gimbals last time. Today we're going to look at their range of lenses, and it's a lens range that's been around for a long time, and it's a brand called Tokina. And
right.
I don't know if you could just give us a quick introduction of Tokina.
Yes, absolutely. Hello, everybody. Hello, Owen. Pleasure to be back and supporting your photo week. It's a shame that we can't do it in person, but we have to roll with the current times. So Tokina, yes, as Owen said, it's been around for a few years. Actually, it's celebrating its 70th anniversary this year. What a year to do it. I'm sure some of the celebrations will be had in 2021, but it is it's a lens name. It's a manufacturer that has really got a bit of a legacy. It's well known throughout the industry for producing very high quality pro lenses, but not just that, but high quality pro lenses at very competitive pricing. And certainly when we did the photo show last year, the amount of people that came up to me to talk about Tokina and saying, oh, I've got this, I used to have that, I had that, that was fantastic, did they do it for my new camera, was overwhelming. So certainly the name is still very much respected. But over the last sort of few years, they've really concentrated their entire range on high quality wide angle lenses. They do almost nothing in long focal length lenses. So it's wide angle, and of course the one that really stands out from that, which is not a wide angle, is the 100mm macro, which is has a legendary following. It's one of those lenses or one of those products just where every element is right, and it produces sort of stunningly sharp pictures. And really, it's a design that they've never really had to change. You know, if it's not broke, then don't fix it. And that's certainly something that they've carried on. There are at the moment sort of 4 ranges of lenses in their lineup, and I'll talk briefly about those. There is the new Atx Eye Lenses, and they are for, I'll hold one up here. They are for Nikon and Canon crop sensor. So this is an 11-16, and you'll see CF crop frame. So that's quite nice to know. It's an f2.8 lens. It is the only fast aperture ultra wide angle lens on the market for mirrorless cameras. It's got a new design, looks a lot cleaner than before, a lot more contemporary, nice smooth zoom ring there, all internally, and of course it's Tokina have kept their very unique clutch system to very quickly move from auto focus into manual focus. So yeah, so that's quite unique on the market. Recommended resale price on that is $419. So it's incredibly well priced. If you look at equivalents from the well-known sort of camera manufacturers, you know, you'll be paying more money for their f4 version. Yeah. So you know, the 11-16 is a cult lens and still has a massive following. Probably fair to say, whilst it's here, all Tokina lenses come with lens hoods, and if bought from us through a reputable retailer, so i.e. Officially UK imported lenses, they'll come with a 4-year warranty. Apart from that, it's the usual 2-year, and if something goes wrong, you'll have to send it back to the country from whence you purchased it. So that's the Atx Eye range. Following on from there is a new range, and I say range loosely because at the moment there's one lens, which is the new Atx M range, and the M stands for mirrorless. Currently, there is an 85mm 1.8 in Sony fit, so for Sony FE. That's a beautifully made lens. It's got quite a little bit of weight to it. It's all metal construction. It produces some really fantastic photographs, very sharp. Again, lens hood is included, if I can find that. There we go. And And then this range really, there was a plan to launch another 8 lenses with Tokina this year, but with the current climate, everything's been put back slightly. So the Atx M range, there'll be 2 more lenses to join this one. Everything's under embargo, so I can't tell you what it is. Otherwise, I won't be around tomorrow. So there's two more to fit this range. And there's also, just as a sneaky peek, if you look out for the news at the end of this month, there are 2 more lenses in the Atx M range. And the only thing that I can say, and don't ask me any more questions, Owen, is the only thing I can say is it's not in a fit that is Canon or Nikon. So it's something very new. Okay. So Tokina really making strides to, you know, to make a whole range of lenses which are more contemporary, but still including their sort of legendary optics and build quality.
Well, people are going to be disappointed I'm not doing my job if I don't question you anymore now.
Well, I can't tell you. So, but you'll be the first to know. The end of, I believe it's the 23rd of so you only got to wait till a week Monday.
Okay.
And you should see some news about something brand new, which is really exciting.
Okay. Well, I'll let you off then.
Thank you. Thank you. So the other two ranges that we've currently got, which I wanted to highlight to you today, is the Firin range and the Opera range. So Firin is an old Irish word for the truth. And looking on Tokina's website here, it's with Firin, photographers can shoot with confidence, knowing that every image captured with their mirrorless camera will be its own moment of truth. So there you go. They are predominantly, well, they are just made for Sony full frame. So A7 series, A9 series. There are 3 lenses in the range at the moment: a 20mm f2 manual focus, a 20mm f2 autofocus, and the one that I wanted to highlight today is the 100mm Firin macro. So it's an f2.8 macro for Sony full frame. It's 1:1, so you do get down to life size. And 100mm is considered that that sort of perfect balance of working distance away from the subject, so you don't get in the way of the light or scare the butterfly away, but also trying to give you some depth of field. It's a very clean looking lens, no catches, no switches. It's not image stabilized, but most cameras have in-body stabilization now. And actually we're seeing a trend, especially with macro lenses, is for people to do focus stacking. And therefore they're using tripods again. So actually we've almost gone full circle where people have needed image stabilization in the macro lens so they can run and gun macro, to actually you don't need it. And it just adds cost, which you don't need, because the camera bodies do it so well. Yeah. So yes, so this has this is internally is the same as the 100mm normal sort of macro. It's got a 55mm lens thread, a new autofocus motor. The focusing has a very long throw on it, so it's actually really easy to get very precise focusing movements, especially if you're stacking. But also it's a fantastic portrait lens. The bokeh that everyone talks about these days is absolutely sublime, and it all comes in a package which is very much less than the competitor offering. There are more lenses for the Sony system from the third-party manufacturers. When this was launched last year, there was hardly any, and actually the only competitor to this in autofocus was the Sony 90mm. So this is significantly cheaper than that. Has a recommended retail of $599.
And obviously, during these lockdown periods, macro photography has been one of the key elements of photography people have been getting involved in. What I've discovered, being in my position, is that a lot of stock has been very difficult to get hold of. Is issues with the Tokina?
No, we are now fully stocked. The 100mm macro in the Canon and Nikon fit ran very low, but we managed to scrape through. And the Sony one we had a new batch about a month ago, so we're fully stocked. So yeah, and I believe you've got one in store, so so people can come in and try it. And anyone wanted to buy it during your photo week, I can send them via you a free lens cleaning kit.
That's very
which
kind.
is worth about £30.
Yeah, excellent. I think we've got those in stock as well, but you can replace them if need be, Dan.
Perfect. Yes, I can do that for you. Yes.
Yeah, no, it's definitely been a macro year, 2020. So, and I've used this lens myself on a Sony, and I really rate it. So, yeah, it's definitely a lens to come and try if you wish to. So,
excellent.
Come and say hello, as they say. So, I believe there's one other range that we want to have a look at today, Danny.
Yes, this is called the Opera range. No, it doesn't sing and it doesn't dance, but what it does incredibly well. So the Opera range, I think Tokina chose the name Opera just because it really gives that sort of touch of class, a little bit like Sigma Art is that it's extremely well put together. It's got a new contemporary design. It's nice and clean. Again, full metal bodies, made incredibly well. Optical quality is up there with the best of them. So I'm going to push this up here. So this is the Tokina Opera 16-28. This is an f2.8 full frame lens, again for Nikon and Canon DSLR. So this is one of the sort of trio of lenses. Generally, if someone's got a professional SLR, then they might have a 24-70 2.8. They'll want a 70-200 2.8, and then they'll want to cover the wide angle 16-35, 16-28. So it is one of those trio of lenses. This won a TIPA award in 2019 for best wide angle lens. It also won an award for best in show. Sounds like Crufts, but it was best in show at the photo show last year. This is very much optically wise the same makeup as the lens it replaced, the ATX Pro, but it does have a new faster and more accurate AF motor. And I'm
disappearing to you. I've just got a delivery, but Danny, if you carry on.
I can carry on. Yes, certainly. But it's got the added dust plant as well. So if we look at the front element, take the lens cap off, you'll notice that it doesn't have a lens thread, so can't take normal screw-in filters. But Lee make a filter holder for it, and I think Wanapana and Nissi. So generally anyone buying this lens for landscape photographer is probably using Lee type filters, and therefore it's fully compatible with that. Really a design for architectural photographers, both inside and outside. Any astrophotographers out there who need the wider aperture. It's great for street photographers if you want to get in close and get those more sort of intimate shots. But generally, landscape is where it sits. We've still got the clutch focus here. So going from autofocus to manual focus, which is nice and simple to do. You don't have to do it on the camera body. So makes working with it a lot quicker. And I think really lens distortion wise, very minimal. It's got, although it's wide, the bokeh is very impressive on it. And again, comes with the 4-year warranty. Now, I think what really stands this lens apart from its competitors is the price. So you would normally expect to pay for a 16-35, 16-28, 14-24. If you're a Nikon user, you're up over £1,200, £1,200 to probably £1,500. That's probably what you're talking about. So if you're a photographer who maybe can't justify that sort of money for a wide angle lens, I couldn't. Or so you're having to maybe look at the second-hand market, or you're looking maybe for a slower f4 lens. Actually, this lens only retails it's $749. So that is almost half the price for a Pro. I mean, it's quite a heavy lens, so you know that you're buying quality. So for a Pro ultra wide fast lens at that sort of price, it's pretty unbeatable.
No, it's again, I've tried this lens out as well, and I think it's fantastic for, I mean, quite substantially sub £1,000 for this sort of quality. It's amazing bit of kit.
Yes, it is, and I believe, if I'm right, is that you have one in store in Canon Fit, which you can do an amazingly good price on.
Well, please give me a call, and or check out the website. Is all I'll say.
Yes. Yes. So that's Tokina in a nutshell, but more lenses coming, more lenses planned for spring and summer next year also. So Tokina is definitely a brand that is making its mark and coming back to the sort of forefront of lens design. And yeah, over the next year, you'll see more about Tokina. We're invested in more marketing, so it'll become a brand that people will become more familiar with and worth checking out. Okay. And if there is any lens, if you go onto Tokina's website and there's any lens that you would like to see, certainly let Owen know. I have a full set of samples. I'm more than happy to send Owen the sample for you to have a look and a play with first.
That's brilliant. Thank you very much for today, Danny. And I think we all know to keep an eye out for Tokina in the next few months and over the next year. So, as always, Danny and I are on hand. If you have any questions from today, please stay in touch with us and we'll help out in whatever way we can. But carry on enjoying the week, and we'll say goodbye for now. Thank you. Bye now.